Welcome to Blame the Bible study where we actually read all the horrible parts of Christianity they don't like to talk about in church. Today we'll be in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 to hear all about how women should behave in the church according to Christianity. Verse 34, women should remain silent in the churches. Not even to lead praise and worship? They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission as the law says. My goodness. What about all the female preachers and youth group leaders? Did they not read this part? We're in 1 Corinthians, right? This is the New Testament. This is after Jesus. This rule is still in effect at this time. Verse 35, if they want to inquire about something, they should ask their own husbands at home, for it is disgraceful for a woman to speak in the church. Little battle of the sexes happening here in 1 Corinthians. So, it sounds like the women can't even, go to Bible study or Sunday school and ask any questions. They got to save their questions for when they get home, or when they go out to Sunday brunch after everybody's released after the services. They are not supposed to be hollering amen in the church. This is very clear-cut and very strict. I have not been to one single church that follows this rule. How come they get to pick and choose which rules are important to follow and which rules aren't? I'm sure there's some apologists who are going to try to explain this away with a real creative interpretation and deflect to some other verse and some other part of the Bible that will try to make sense of this. But here's the thing, guys. If God's divine hand inspired every word of this book, as Christians claim, because it is the basis of their entire religion, then it should already make sense. Why would you worship a Lord who cannot make sense? Who can't even write a book correctly? His own book, the most important book he's ever going to write. His gift of divine revelation to humanity, he can't get it right? It can't be clear? Right? Pretty much nobody in modern society agrees with the literal interpretation of this verse. And I'm sorry, but there's really no other way to interpret it. This man meant what he said. He believed that women should remain silent in the churches. He said they are not allowed to speak, y'all. He said, go ask your husbands at home if you have a question, okay? Shush, shush, shush. Shush now. Right? But don't blame me. It's in the Bible.